Hi and welcome to your DIY website. My name is Casey Marlette, and what we're going to be doing here in this lesson and over the lessons ahead is doing our own development and design in websites. Now listen, if you have a website right now and it's stuck on the back page of Google or Yahoo or Bing, don't worry, jump in on the lessons here and we're going to be able to work through the video tutorials to train you to be able to get your website from the back to the front. Hi, let's get started in this orientation video. I'm going to give you an overview of the things that you're going to be learning. One of the things that you need to understand about your website, it is a piece of real estate. It's a virtual piece of real estate, but it's still real estate. It will have value. Your domain name will have value. And as you develop your website, it will increase in value. Now, one of the important things that you need to know is building your website foundation. So we're going to be teaching those modules throughout. And you're going to be able to have a grasp on that. And don't worry, nothing is hard in this. You're going to be learning at your own pace. Now, the type of teaching skills that we're going to be using here is really simple. These teaching skills are going to be using video training modules. We're going to have easy to follow exercises, step-by-step website design and development. The content's not that big of a deal. Most people flip out, but you know what? It's really important that you have content. You can have a template with nothing in it and it just sits there. The other thing that you need to know is that your content needs to work hand in hand with your SEO. And SEO training is very important. It's very crucial that you have a good grip on SEO training. So don't stress the small stuff here. We're going to get it. Most of the users on the internet really do not have an idea how the internet works. But by the time that we get done with these modules, you are absolutely going to know what to do. If you've been around the internet any length of time at all, you know that traffic is the key. You also know that you can buy a website template any place on the web, and you can actually have your web presence up in 20 minutes. But that does not mean that you have a successful website. What that does mean is that you have a website, you have a domain. But success, the key to successful high traffic on any website is having a great foundation, having great navigation. And the preparation you do and learning here and how you follow through with that, with all the exercises and implement them into your site and your designs are going to ensure your success. Over the next few videos, in the very first lessons of DIY, we're going to be going over all the foundation aspects of what it takes to have a successful website presence. We're going to develop those things that are high on the target for making this a very successful website for you. Now, if you learn the basics, you can become a pro. Before you page through the DIYwebsite.com and you jump all over and you read, do not set yourself up for failure, because you could really be overwhelmed, and you know what? You'll just walk away. So learn to build your website at a step-by-step method, something I know that absolutely works. Right now we're going to be covering some website design and development. Right, let's look at some keys to success, and it's going to be your success that we're talking about. Now, one of the things that is very important about a website is the layout and the design. You need to be able to navigate through it. Your customers need to be able to navigate through it. If you know it's there and they don't, it's not going to do them any good. Also, meta tags and keyword development. Most people will say that that's not even viable anymore. That is not true. Your customers are still using keywords to find what they're looking for. So we're going to be developing your keyword ability so your customers can find you and let them know that you have those products that you are wanting to sell, those ideas you're wanting to implement, and just bringing everything together so people can have a great understanding. Now, content development is very important, and it goes with your back end. It also goes with the internet marketing. It also goes with your keywords. So we're going to be working on some content development. I'll show you where to get some content if you're not able to write it, and also help you work with the back end management so you'll be able to bring in blogs, bring in some forums. So you need to know those things to make your whole website work together. Now, the other important thing that we really need to look at is your internet marketing. Now, internet marketing is huge, and there's some tools that you can do. There's some aspects you can work with. There's some other places you can work on the web to bring the customers to your door. Now, they bring that with your content, your back end, your SEO training, then you're in great shape. So just once you take some time, don't panic. This is a learn at your own pace. The one thing I do really want you to really get a hold of, if you don't get a hold of anything else, please take each lesson in the order. Now, if you've got some background, you want to jump ahead, you go ahead. But I guarantee you, any person here that takes time to do it 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be successful. So let me show you a website or two here that I was looking for that has some common mistakes that you're going to be able to avoid. One of the keys that most people overlook when they're designing the website is making a website easy to navigate. Now recently I needed to find a downrod for my home. It's a downrod for my fan, and so I went on the internet. I'd gone to a few hardware stores, and what I found was that they didn't have what I needed. It was a particular size and all those nice little things. So I went to this website and I looked around. I decided what I would do is I would just go ahead to the search bar and go ahead and type in downrod. So when I started typing in down, hit return, it came back with nothing. It was kind of aggravating because I thought, alright, well maybe I misprinted, mistyped, whatever. So I went back and did downrod, and hit enter. Sure enough, it did it again. Thinking, okay, well the search bar doesn't work. That doesn't make me very happy. So I went down through the accessories and I looked. And then I got a whole bunch of accessories and I was like, hey, you ever just get frustrated when you're doing something? Well, I was frustrated. So I thought I'd look around a little bit more and then gave up. Went back to the Google. I got back to Google. I clicked on another one. It's called Orlando Lighting, and a pretty straightforward site. And as I'm looking at it, I thought, okay, great. So it had the products and all about us. Looked down the site, and then I looked over at the hours, and it was Tuesday and they were closed, but let's see what they got. None of their page was hot linked, so it wasn't easy to navigate from there. So I went to the products. When I got to the products page, it was really interesting because the products page just kind of really linked to other pages, and that's just not what I wanted. It's going to take a long time to find what I wanted. So that was again frustrating because even though they have a website, it wouldn't. I didn't know if I could find what I was looking for. So then I went to Dan's Fans, and when I got to Dan's Fans, there again they didn't have any navigation on a search bar. They just had the navigation up there at the top, but the fans looked really good. So I thought, okay, well they're different. My fan was different. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. So I went ahead and went to the products page there. When I got to the products page, it was like, whoa. You know, I was overwhelmed and everything was clustered. So I scrolled down to the bottom, looked at lights and kits and accessories, and thought, okay, great, that's good. Really not an issue there. We'll just go with that, and I can't find what I want. I'm just going to go ahead and leave. So just as I'm getting ready to leave, there's a little tab up there and I saw it. It's, you know, finishes available, so I thought I'd just click on that. So I clicked on the finishes available, and when I did, I recognized my finish right off. Now I don't have the nicest looking fan in the world. It's a different finish, but at least I wouldn't have to buy a new fan, just a new downrod. So I went ahead and clicked on that, and went back to the main page and decided I would see how to contact them, locations and stuff like that. So I found it. There was one on here in Altamont, not too far from where I live. Got the cell phone number. I went ahead and called. And sure enough, he had my downrod, and I was excited. One of the things that I found was very aggravating was the fact how long it took for me to get what I wanted. Even though I got it that day. Don't get me wrong, I got it that day, but it took me a while to find what I was looking for on the web. And everything had to do with the navigation that was in each one of these sites. Now the sites look good. This site, simple, straightforward, Orlando Lighting. But I would have to go from page to page to page. And Lightstyle, their navigation did not work, and going through a whole bunch of stuff was just not my idea of really a lot of fun. I wasn't going to do it. So Dan's became the one that I decided that I would look at. What I wanted you to see here is that you can have the most nicest looking site. You can have a hot looking site. Lightstyle definitely outshines Dan's in appearance, but the navigation on it, really, if they did have it, they lost a sale. So I just want you to think about that when you are looking at stuff. Make sure that what you're designing for your navigation, that your customers can actually find what you got. Because you may have it, but if you can't find it, they won't buy it. As we come to the end of our orientation video, I want you to know that if you're really serious about building your own website, You absolutely can do it. And doing it yourself, there's nothing like it. When you build your own and you show your friends, your family, and your business associates, you're going to be absolutely excited. I want to thank you for taking time to watch the orientation video, and I look forward to serving you in the lessons to follow. Have a great afternoon.